Now, moving forward, our next speaker is Dr. Ahmad Faraz, Assistant Professor in the Department of Physiology, JNMC AMU. He did his MBBS and MD Physiology from JNMC AMU. He has published research papers in various national and internationally indexed journals, and his core area of research are diabetes and neurophysiology. Sir has also played an immense role in designing the curriculum for MBBS students. Sir will now be covering the topic AI tools for generating automated text and use of paraphrasing tools in scientific writing. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So, uh, good afternoon, everyone. It's full screen. Good afternoon, everyone. I will be talking about AI tools for generating automatic text and paraphrasing or grammar correction. We have known that writing since we and in day 4 of this workshop, we have learned various softwares here. We have understood them, and so I will be discussing the three softwares. These are the Good AI, the Quillbot, and the Writefoot. So in writing a paper, you must have seen that there are many difficulties. So there are many difficulties in writing a paper. So we have to go through a lot of text and a lot of research, and writing them in our own words is very difficult for some of us. And so we have some paraphrasing. We can do paraphrasing, but we cannot recommend it, so that we cannot copy and completely rephrase or paraphrase that text. So paraphrasing is basically the you have to write a, a text in your own words and while retaining the meaning and intent of the author. So effective paraphrasing requires a careful reading, understanding what the text is, and interpretation of the original text. So we have to first identify the main ideas or concepts and argument presented by the author and express them in their own words. So this process involves changing sentence structure or using synonyms or alternative phrases and omitting unnecessary details. So we can readjust the text, and so that we can be elaborative, not that much, and we are going to remove unnecessary details. So for uh, doing a good paraphrasing, focus should be on the text rather than on the word to word replication. Always check your work for accuracy and clarity. So once you do the paraphrasing, you always look for the clarity, whether you have your text conveys a full message or not. So let me demonstrate these. Let me demonstrate these tools. Uh, is my screen visible to you all? Okay, so we have seen this example before. Dr. Bushra has shown this paper also. So I have downloaded this paper, and it's about association between CYP2C9 polymorphism and bone health. So you have to get an idea about the text, and you have to, if you want to have some text, or you want to paraphrase some text. Before paraphrasing it, let me talk about the software known as Good AI. Now, Good AI software is an essay writing software. Now, this essay writing software, uh, it wants your email address to log you in, and then it can help you writing a paragraph for you. Now the free version has only 150 word target, but if you have premium version or you buy the subscription, so you can get more words. So now in my paper here, we can have some very difficult words, and we want to have some information about them, and we want to use that information in our paper. So suppose like I want to know about cytochrome P450. Now, cytochrome P450, we all know that this is an enzyme, but we want to have some clear insight about this enzyme. So, what I do is I type a word here. You can type any word, anything that you want to have an essay about. So, it starts writing about cytochrome P450. So, catch here is it may write a lengthy words, or it may omit some details for you. So you have to be careful in choosing those sentences and those paragraphs which are actually helpful for you. So there may be some details which you are not able, you will not able to use it in your paper. So you can write any or ask any question or any sentence you want to ask, or you want to write an essay about anything, like my home. It can. So if you want to have an essay about my home, it's not related to a research paper. So it can help you in writing an essay. Again, we have to be cautious in using these texts. So it may not be a reflection of your thought process. It's basically a reflection of AI's thought process. So if you want to have some point, some measures, so you can have it, or you can edit some things and you can use them in your article. Am I audible? Okay. So the good AI.com is a website which helps you in writing a essay on any topic. So you want to write on cytochrome P450. Again, I'm again telling you because the screen was not visible to you. Cytochrome P450. It's now it starts writing about this enzyme. All right. So in a free software, you have a limitation of 150 words. So you can use some text or you can use a whole of the text, but we have to be careful about the plagiarism. So we should be actually using these texts and start paraphrasing them as well. So this is about goodai.com. So you can write any, you can ask any question to it, and it can write any essay about any topic. Now, the second software that I'm going to talk about is the quillbot.com. Now, quillbot.com is a paraphrasing software. Uh, uh, First, look at the interface here. On this side, we have a paraphraser, then there is a grammar checker, plagiarism checker, then co-writer, then we have a summarizer and citation generator. And there are various modes here. We can use standard, fluency, formal, simple, creative, or in a premium version we have custom, where you can have an academic uh, version as well, where you can have a text and you can write paraphrase that text in an academic manner. So let me, although I'm not of intent to copy these text, we should not copy them. We should get the idea and then we should do the paraphrasing. But for the sake of doing it, How can we paraphrase this text? So I have chosen the mode on the academic level. Then I start the paraphrasing one. Now we have to be very thoughtful about this paraphrase text, because sometimes when you paraphrase it, the meaning of that paraphrase is something very different, or difficult to understand. So we have to be very careful whether this text is a reflection, a paraphrase text is the reflection of the original text. Apart from it, when you paraphrase it, you can again rephrase it if you don't like this paraphrasing. So you can again rephrase it, and then you can also scroll over all these letters, and you can see the color is changing. So once you click on a word, there are synonyms here which is auto generated, and you can use other synonyms as well. So I want to change the expected, so I can change with should happen. So orange ones are the changed word from the original text. The blue longest unchanged word, these are the longest unchanged word which is present in the original text. And if there is a yellow line underline, it will be the structural change in the text. So here you can paraphrase it, and you can also use the synonyms. So you can use synonyms for extended period. You can use a longer time frame. So this is how you paraphrase a text. In a premium version, you can also compare the modes, wherein you can the paraphrase text will be of in different uh, modes. So if you want to have a different intent of writing, you can choose the creative one. So you can copy it and you can use this text wherever you want to paste it. Now the second function that Quillbot can do is the grammar checker. So you place again, you can upload a document or you can paste a text. Suppose I paste this text and then I want to check the grammar. So there are some suggestions which is given by the Quillbot. Of Quillbot's grammar text and the versus the Grammarly, I will prefer Grammarly, as Grammarly is more advanced and it gives you more suggestions, and it will improve your writing immensely. So there is some features present in the Quillbot, but if you have Grammarly, so you can use Grammarly for grammar checker. Then if you want to have a plagiarism checker, so you can again paste the text here. Now I want to check the plagiarism of the text here, which is present, which is being copied from this paper. And let me scan this and look for the plagiarism. So it may, because it's scanning the website, so it may take some time. Now we have to view the report, and it shows that it is 100% match from the, and once you click on this paper, you can click on this paper and you can find the matching words which you have picked from the paper. Obviously I have picked that paper. So if you want to check for the plagiarism in our paraphrase text, so let us check. So if you upload a longer text or 2 or 3 page article, so there are chances of plagiarism or more. So we have to look for the plagiarism once we have written the paper. Now, since we have paraphrased it, and so there are no 0% plagiarism because of the paraphrasing software. One more thing I like to add here is this plagiarism software is not that much sensitive. It does not have that database so that it can pick the words. But if you search this text in Turnitin or in the Urkund database, there you may get some percent of plagiarism, some percent of identical match. Okay, so it's not that sensitive, so don't rely on this plagiarism sort checker. You can have some insight over the text, but you can always go for the Turnitin or the Urkund. Then we have a very beautiful feature of Quillbot. It's known as co-writer. So some people use to have difficulty in writing a project or a paper. So you can use a template where there is a preformed template in APA style or MLA style, or if you want to write an essay, so it can give you a template of an essay. But I am going with a blank project. So let's see what blank project is. It's simply a Word format. You can have all the features of Microsoft Word, but you can have added features of Quillbot in it. So if you want to have a research paper or you want to have an outline is uh, im- which is basically specific to your research, cytochrome P450 and phenytoin. So if you want to have an outline about this research, so it will create an outline for you where there is an introduction and the definition of P450 and phenytoin, purpose of research, cytochrome P450 definition, role. If you want to have this outline, you can include by inserting the editor. If you don't want these headings, you can delete them whenever you like. Now, if you're writing a paper and you want to write about the cytochrome P450, so let me check that. Copy that text which we have already written by good AI. So I have copied it. So I have pasted it here. Now, if you want to have a paraphrase of this text, so you click on this paraphrase here, and it can paraphrase you here. Limitation of it here, you cannot have academic writing. You can have standard or formal writing, the modes, and you can increase the synonyms. So number of synonyms will increase here. If you increase the synonyms, so the text will become less accurate. Okay, so if you like this text, you insert it. So it will be inserted here. Now, if you want to have, uh, if you have written here up to here, now you want to uh, add something more, but you are not able to write that. Dr. Sharik once mentioned here that we have a writer's block. So what we can do is we can ask for the suggest text. So now the Quillbot will help you in writing some sentences for you. So cytochrome P450 play a crucial role in drug interaction, and this is what they suggested. So I have accepted it, and you can always delete or edit these texts. Now, if you want to have a summary of these, so you can select the text and then go for the summarize. So it will help you in writing the abstract of your paper. So if you want to have an abstract, so you can use the summarize function of it, and then you can have a, or you can increase the length of the abstract by checking on these tabs. So this is about the co-writer. Now one more thing that we can here search for is research. Now we want to have some papers of cytochrome 450 and phenytoin. So you search the web here. So you can get many papers here. So you click on the get content of which paper you want to have a look. So it is showing a abstract. You can use this abstract if you want to have. You can choose this text. You can insert it from directly from here. You can summarize it in your in the Quillbot's language, and you can use it in your text. So it's being pasted here. Apart from it, it also has citation generator, but I will not rely on this. It take time of. So you want to insert this citation since you have copied this text from this paper. So you have, so this paper is being cited here, and at the end of this paper there is a reference. You have automatically inserted a reference here, and you have a reference inserted in the text as well. So you can change the style of your citation whichever you like. So if you want to have an in MLA style, so you can have it in MLA style. So this is about co-writer. Now the third software that we will talk about is the Rightful. I'll address the queries in the after the session. So this Rightful is a downloadable software, so you can download it for the Word. So I have downloaded it and incorporated in the Word. So it appears here. Now you have to sign in for first time once you logged in, or once you install the Rightful, you have to sign in. Then you can I've copied this text from the, again from the, obviously, the good AI. So I want to have full edit and check the document. So these are some suggestions. uh, since we are using the British spelling or British language accent, so the AIs are usually using American based language. So they always point out about the changes, the difference between the uh, American and British language. So here you can have these differences or some corrections that it suggested. So you have, if you have accepted all those changes are here, if you want to change back to back again, so you can do the undo from here as well. Then you can, another feature of Writeful is you can use the sentence palette. So if you are writing an introduction, so you can have a various text which can be used in your paper. You can use them. So if you want to present your work in a very beautiful way or in a very standard way, so you can use these templates again. So once you have written this paper, and sometimes you don't know how to write the title or what will be the title of this paper, so you can paste your abstract here and you can generate the title. So this software will help you in generating the title. So this title is here, the role of cytochrome P450 in drug interaction. You can regenerate again the cytochrome P450 and the interaction between drugs. Cytochrome P450, a potential drug target for personalized medicine. So I have copied it and I can paste it here as my title of this paper. So this is all about Rightful. Paraphraser is also here, but in front of Quillbot, it is not that much of helpful. So if you want to check the grammar of your uh, article, so you can always go for Grammarly. So if I have time, I can show you Grammarly. Okay. So I have again copied this text. I have inserted. There is an extension here for Grammarly. Let me use Grammarly. So you can upload the document from here, or you can simply control paste. Now you can set the goal. If you want to have an academic writing, you can choose this domain, then a report or other type, and your format will be in APA format. Done. Now they will point out first because of the British and American difference. So all the changes are there. Now you can click on these text, and the Grammarly is showing that there is a difficulty in clarity. So you can rewrite the sentence for the clarity. And these, when you scroll over these words, you can have inconsistent punctuation, so you can update all. Then be found, it's being used in a passive voice, so you can change it to in the active voice. Then there are other suggestions as well. So if you want to include these changes, you can include them, or if you want to erase them, since this is now this can be a useful suggestion. So one of the most important function of cytochrome P450 is drug metabolism. So for academic writing, you can use critical or essential. So you can, one of the most essential function of the cytochrome P450 is drug metabolism. So if you want to have difference, so now this text is again showing that there is a difficulty in clarity. So you can rewrite for clarity and it will again change it for you. So this is about Grammarly. uh, is there any question?
Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative presentation. Um, Here we have come to the end of fourth talk for the day.